Welcome to this brand new bodyweight and resistance band strength at home program. This is designed for someone who wants to get fitter, stronger, to move better. There's going to be a lot more functional fitness in this, all from the comfort of your own home. The only thing that you're going to need for this entire program is a long looped band and a short loop band. So really affordable and accessible, so you can do it anywhere. If you want to break from traditional strength training, or you are just starting out with strength training, this is a really great program to work through. This video is the first in the series of this workout. If you want the complete program, you can get it part as my Better Body membership collective, or you can buy it as a standalone program. I'll put the links for both of those down in the description. So come and join me for this first full body weight with a little bit of bands workout. Welcome on into workout number 1 of our bands and body weight strength workout program. All you're going to need for this first session is our long looped band, and it's basically for one exercise. The rest is just going to be your body weight. We're focusing very much on form, as this whole program is designed to get you stronger and getting you moved better. So with all being said, let's get ready to go. We're going to start with our warm-up, and our warm-up will be a lot of the similar base moves. We're integrating mobility into our warm-up, and that really wants to be the focus of helping us to move better, moving with a better range of motion and strength through that motion. So we're simply going to start with some arm circles. So bringing the arms all the way up by the ears, leading with the thumbs, rotating out and around and back to the side and around. Repeating. So although it's a very base move, we want to be intentional about how high can we get those arms. Often when there's immobility in the shoulder, these are the times when we can't move as well, that we are more prone to injury. So I want to help you to avoid that and to feel like we're moving better, that we are less stiff, and our joints feel less clicky and clunky, and they might feel a little bit clicky and clunky to begin with, and that's just when the connective tissues get tight around the joint. So just notice those, and I want you to be mindful of it, of how it improves over time. Okay, bringing the hands to the back of the head, we're going to bring the elbows out wide. From here, I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together, so think about opening the chest, looking up ever so slightly, look, and then as we bring our head towards, or chin towards the chest, we're going to bring the elbows together, and we want to come down towards the knees, rounding through the spine, and then coming back up. Let's take a nice inhalation this time, reaching up, open the chest, exhale, round and come down towards the knees. I'll just show you from side up. And we're just taking our time with these moves. Enjoy the feeling of opening up your body and challenging it to move in slightly different ways, or slightly bigger ways. We spend so much time hunched over that we can really need to open through the chest. And we're just going to take 2 more of these. And then the last one. Down. So I want you to, for the next one, we're just going to come over to a wall, a door, whatever you've got available to you. We're just going to do some standing hip cars. So cars are controlled articular rotations. So we're taking the joint through the full range of its motion, but with tension in through the body. So I want a drawing in through the navel, bringing the knee up in front, keeping that knee high, rotate it round, keep that knee up, squeeze through the glute, activate the glute, and bringing it back round. 2 more, bring knee up, keep that knee high, rotate out to the side, keep it up. And we're trying to not have too much movement through the upper body. One more of those in this direction. And then we're just going to reverse that. So we're going to kick backwards without leaning forward. So squeeze, activate the glute. Bring the knee up. Oh, I just got a nice click through my hip going on. Stabilizing through this other leg also. It might start to get a little bit burny as we hold that balance and that little bit longer. Good, and release. Changing sides, repeating the section. It's a little bit of tension in through the body. The leg is holding tension. I'm keeping the foot flexed, bringing that knee up as high as I can. Let's come round to the side, keeping the knee up high, rotating backwards. Just preparing the body for movement and encouraging it to open up, but also having that connection with the body. Where is our body? Muscles, wherever those muscles are activated. Often the glutes can get a little bit sleepy from being in an extended position, as we spend a lot of time sitting at offices and desks. So we just want to encourage it to really wake up. And then reverse it, so kicking back, squeeze that glute. Elevate that knee, keep it up, 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 up. I do find this reverse way that little bit harder, and as we're getting older, as we all get older, we do find that we can tend to be a little bit more stiff, a little bit tighter, so it's really important for us to maintain that big range of mobility in our joints, and we're also keeping them strong. So from here, taking the feet wide, we're just going to take it from side to side, just releasing that lower back. So you just want to feel that lower back release. And then from here, squeeze your butt, reach the arms back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, clench your butt cheeks as tight as you can. I've done this move for many a moon, and it's really just activating the glutes, stimulating blood flow. So I'm just pulling in all around the butt, and we're just going to repeat this 3 times. So arms open, lift and squeeze, 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 and it's real simple warm up. It just gets everything woke up and ready to go, hitting the glutes. One more time, open and squeeze, and we're just going to conclude the warm up with a couple of squats before we get into it. So just coming down, squeeze the butt as we lift. We've got 10 of these, and then we're going to be good to go. We'll go through more a little bit of form of squats as we get into it. Hold, arms open, out, out, press, 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 open your chest. One more time, on each side, and release and shake out. Okay, just have your band close by, have your mat ready, and we're going to get into the first block, how we're going to run through this. We've got 8 exercises to get through. We're going to be doing 40 seconds of work, we've got 20 seconds of rest, and we're going to repeat each exercise for 3 rounds. So we're going to do exercise 1 for 3 rounds before we then move on to exercise 2. So we're really starting to get that progressive overload on the muscle. You want to be taking the break, so take a 20-second break, really focus on your breathing, calming the nervous system down, getting that breathing rate as low as we can before we get into the next set, as this is a key thing that we want to be working with our parasympathetic nervous system. So we're going to be stimulating the muscle. Then I want you to work on that recovery. The quicker that we can recover, get the body calm again before we go into the next round. Okay, so you're not going to be huffing and puffing, you're not going to feel out of breath on this. We're really focusing on slow strength and form and getting the technique right into each of these movements. Are we ready? Let's go. So our first exercise is going to be a body weight squat. As the weeks progress on this program, we're going to change up the variety, but I really want you to focus on form with this. So we're setting the feet hip width apart or just slightly wider than, toes ever so slightly turned out. Key point, posture, shoulders back, chest lifted. We're going to take the arms out in front because this encourages you to keep your head up. And I want you to imagine that you have almost something that you had stuck on the floor and you're going to slide. Imagine that you're sliding the feet out. So that's when I say spread the floor. That's what I mean. It means you're going to engage a lot more of the leg muscles. Hands out in front is just my preferred position, coming down as low as you can. And hopefully as you're using the mobility work in this program, you'll find over time that you can get down that little bit lower. 40 seconds of work with 20 seconds rest. So find that position, head up, here we go. So we're coming down, breath out on the way up. Coming all the way up and getting the glute squeeze at the top. So I want you to just go down nice and slow. Breath out. And as we're using that breath out, we're creating tension. Because when we're not using any additional resistance apart from our body weight, we can create tension from within the body and still get those strength gains and still get a really solid workout. Rest. I'm going to shake the legs out. Breathing. I'm breathing heavy. So you want to slow it down. Calm it down. Signal to the body that we're okay as we prepare for round 2. Here we go. Drop it down. Steady. Pause at the bottom. Come up. Having that tension. So we're spreading the floor and then push through your heels. And we really want to feel the work in your glutes. Think bootay, okay? And as we're coming up, we're not just coming up and relaxing. I'll show you from the back. So I'm sure you all want a shot of my butt. I'm coming up and I squeeze, actively squeeze. Tempo, you want that slow down, slight pause, and then rise up. Rest, shake it. As you progress, you are going to be repeating this workout. The amount of repetitions that you do is something that you might want to keep mindful of. If you have a note so that you can start to track your workout, just write down how many reps you did on each round. Ready for round 3. Down we go. Using that breath. Is your head upright? Are you keeping your eye line looking forwards? And we want to find that low level squat. Maintaining that solid position. This is the best of me. Keeping the drawing in of your tummy. We're almost there. Okay. We got a bit of a longer rest, so we're going to move into exercise number 2. Again, one of our solid and key exercises. We're going to be coming down to the floor for a push-up. So I'm going to set it up and then we're going to go together. And I'd love for you to be working towards doing push-ups on your toes. So many women will say to me, I can't do it, I've got no upper body strength. You have no upper body strength when you don't train for it. So with training, we can see improvements. Hands slightly wider than shoulder width, so just wider than your mat. We take the knees back if you're starting on the knees, body forward and your tailbone tucked under. So we're going to come slowly down, pause. Again, same tempo as we did earlier. If you can do them on your toes, you can do it on toes, but we can take this progressively, and I want you to really focus on having that long spine position with the tailbone tucked under, so we brace across the abdominals. So let's get into position, spread the fingers nice and wide. Head wants to look up ever so slightly and be coming onto the toes. It's opening through the chest. Here we go. Breath out on the way up. Smooth, control. Now, regressions, you can always come down to the knees for the push-up phase. So toes, locking the core in, drop to the knees, push back up. So that's a session back, or you can just hold it on the knees until you feel strong enough to take it up onto the toes. Think about almost spiraling the elbows backwards. We want to open the chest. Take a rest there, stretch it out. So we're going to shake the arms out, release, release, take the hands behind, breathe. Really want you to use these rest periods. Get into position, ready for round 2. So we've always got that big deep breath out on the effort. You choose your level. That's the great thing about a home workout. You get to focus in on your body, how each of these movements feels. You can always start on the toes like I've just done, and then move down to knees, open the chest, squeeze the chest muscles, sit back. Push-ups, such a great exercise. It's just so something that everybody can do. Here we go, round 3. Start at the hardest level you can. Remember, this is workout 1. We've got a way to go. And every single session is going to be supporting you. And getting stronger. Moving better, feeling better. So what I've just switched to is doing 1 toes, 1 knees. Sit back. That's 3 rounds done. Flying through them, baby. The next one we get to lie down. So we're going to do 3 rounds on 1 leg. Single leg hip bridge. I'm not going yet, so relax the shoulders down into the floor. We're going to take our left leg up towards the ceiling. The right foot, almost as though you could lift your toe off the floor. And as you lift, you're going to press through your heel and drive the opposite foot up towards the ceiling. So we're going to do it all on the right side first, and then we'll take 3 rounds over onto the left. This is targeting hamstrings and glutes. So again, perky, peachy glutes. We're continuing that rest. I like to take a little bit of a flop with the knees side to side, and again that nice straight spine, so flat back into the floor, palms out to the side. We want to avoid pressing in too much with the arms, so try and keep the tension out of those. Here we go. So up, slowly down, breathe out, pause at the top, slowly down. Now if you do find this too much, you could do double leg, but I'd rather you started with that single leg, and even if it's only a tiny lift, we're getting that push, 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 and almost isometric hold, and then over time we can really make it bigger. Squeeze your butt. Remember what we were doing at the beginning, where we're clenching that bottom. Rest. Legs in. Little stretch here. Breathe in there. Round 2. Same leg, remember, same leg. Here we go. Get that pause. Squeeze the glute. Driving all of the energy down through your heel. I like when we're doing workouts, also visualize that muscle. Visualize your butt cheeks. Visualize them getting perkier or lifted. Nice and round. and toned. And it's not just the way they look. The glutes, such an important muscle. They allow you to do so many different activities. Oh, can you feel that? Already, with these body weight workouts, easy. No, we can still get darn good workout and get stronger without jumping around, without even having any weights at home. Here we go, last one. So come on, as much as we can, get that pause at the top and squeeze, 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 give it your all. Nice. Really feeling this, I hope you are too. Get that foot, imagine that you're trying to reach it up towards the ceiling. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, yikes. Giving the leg release. Okay, so we're over onto the other side now. This one gets to go up in the air. If you struggle to keep it up in the air, you could slightly keep it bent, but that's getting some. Here we go, work through that other side. Also be mindful, is one side easier than the other? Now this is definitely my stronger leg, I think. Or maybe it's just because the other one's like, oh, I'm tired now. Using the breathing. Sorry if that went right down the microphone. But it's your reminder. Encouragement. Come on, we want to work for that rest it. Give it a little release out. Leg up. Press. Let's go. Drive into that heel. Again, have that vision on your butt cheek. Let's have that reminder of why we're here, why we chose to go through this program. For strength, to feel better, to move better, to be able to do life better, the fun things that you want to do in life, and keeping relaxed, physically active. Next one with your body, how's it feeling? Ready for the third. Here we go. I'm lifting those hips up. Crazy. With every one, give it your best intention. Create that tension and contraction in the body. Breathing. Utilizing the breath to get the most out of the movement. Yikes. Ay, 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 rest it. 3 done. We get to continue lying on the floor. What a delight. I love being able to lie on the floor. So, you just want to give yourself a little bit of space on this one. This is our reach around. So this is going to work our postural muscles in the upper back. It looks like a nothing move, but trust me, it gets you. And if you sit at a desk for a long periods of time, you really edit that bit out. You're really going to feel this one. So key points I want you to try and keep your butt relaxed. To do this, either turn the feet outwards so the toes pointing out, or you can flop them inwards. Tummy's lifted as though you're trying to keep it up off the mat, but forehead is down. You lift the arms up, reach them round to the back, place the hands on the lower back and then squeeze. And release it back around. Length in the arms. Are we ready? Head down, thumbs to the ceiling, tummy lifted, bottom relaxed. Lift the arms, reach round into the fingertips, hands onto the lower back, squeeze the elbows together, release. Up overhead so the arms are staying lifted up the entire time. Now, you're keeping all the weight isolated into the upper back, so tension's out of your glutes, they're getting a rest for this one. This is excellent for that upper back strength, mobility in your shoulder, and function as we get the rotation in as well. Relax. 1 down, 2 to go. Tummy lifted, bottom relaxed. Ready? Lift the arms. Tension in all of the arms. So we're reaching right into the fingertips. The entire arm is lengthened out. It's stretched out as far as we can. Keep the arms off the floor. Squeeze the elbows. I have incredibly tight shoulders. This is one of my favourite exercises to keep rest. If you find that you round forwards a lot, this is such a good one to help counteract that. We've got 1 to go. Get ready. Head down. Pull the tummy up. Relax your bottom. Lift the arms, reach. Squeeze. Relax down. Nearly there. Relax. Take it back. Stretch it out. Pull your tailbone down towards your heels. Arms out above the head. Okay, we're back up to stand. Just going to move that out of the way. So we're going to be coming. Next exercise. Lateral lunge, so we're going to be stepping out to the side. The arms are going to reach forwards. We're going to step back in, and you can either walk it back in and come back up to a balance. A little bit faster, run like this. Now if the balance is too much, you can take it out, but it's a great way to help the stabilizer muscles. Balance is a key component of longevity. We want to be able to balance well. It means we're less likely to fall on the floor. And then the strengthening aspect, we're working through the lateral part of the leg and glute. Also the inner part of this leg, keeping the foot planted down on the floor, head up, chest lifted, reach forward, step in. Same thing, 3 times on this one leg, and we're going to go 3 times on the other. Are we ready? So, here we go, down. Now, where you can get to is going to be very dependent on your hip mobility. Keep it going while I'm talking. You might start that bit smaller. You might step in, then come up. So you go with where you're at, where you feel okay with. Remember, this is progressive. You are going to improve over time if you remain consistent to doing this work. And I encourage you to, because my gosh, you're going to feel the benefits of it. Head up, spine remains long, rest. And that's why I'm encouraging you to lift your arms out. So just showing you from side on. As I reach the arms forward, it allows me to get that little bit lower, a bit deeper into the movement. The more depth we can get on the movement, the more muscle fibers we're activating, and we're going to become stronger in that bigger range, balance, core. Woo. And notice how, this is your second or third time doing this, what improvements are you seeing? What improvements, more importantly, are you feeling? Can you get that little bit lower? Rest. Because it's a bigger movement, you might find you start to get out of breath. My heart's beating. Such an important aspect for the 40+ woman. In that bigger range, balance, core. Woo. And notice how, this is your second or third time doing this, what improvements are you seeing? What improvements, more importantly, are you feeling? Can you get that little bit lower? Exercises stress on the body. You want to allow it to recover. As I said, when we'll be doing that other single leg one on the floor, notice it's one side better than the other. It's quite common to feel stronger on one side, but we don't want to have too big a discrepancy or imbalance from one side to another, because that can sometimes lead to imbalance injuries. So which rest is the great thing about doing a unilateral work that's using one side only, so that we develop strength on both sides. Sometimes when you're doing a squat, two-legged, one side can compensate more for the other. You can't get away with it when we're doing unilateral stuff, which is why I like to include it. Go within a program such as this. So this whole plan, strength, but also functionality, function, fit for life. That's what I always want to help you have and feel more of. So I like to, if you want to add that breathing, here, and way up. We've got one more to go. We're getting there, we're getting there. Here we go. So challenge yourself to take it down. Feel strong and supported by your joints. Great for knee and ankle strength as well. It's like glute medius and all the way down the side of the leg. Rest. You'll notice some wibbles and wobbles. Okay, it's the only one on this one. I want you to grab your wide loop band. Now these do come in different thicknesses. Obviously a thick band is going to be more intense, but you can also adjust the resistance. We're going to be doing band pull apart, so we can make it easier by having our hands towards the end. Harder, we just walk the hands in a little bit closer. So this is where the movement, I'm pulling the arms backwards. As I do so, I pull the shoulder blades together. So we're working that upper back. Again, postural muscles, we spend so much of our lives like this and like this. We want to open up that chest, open the shoulders backwards. We want strength through these muscles so that we can prevent too much of this. So, roll the shoulders around, have your band at the ready. Just do a couple and see how you feel more. You might place those hands, and we want that controlled movement. So an open and squeeze, controlled as we're coming back. Take the feet hip just slightly wider than hip width apart. Standing nice and tall. Here we go. So slowly pulling back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Slowly release. Because I just noticed then, I was like, I'll probably do a little bit more. And this is a good indication as we progress through the program. You want to feel on all of the moves, like the last few, want to feel like a challenge. That's what we're working towards. And because we're only using with resistance with our bands or our body, you can create the tension in your body to get that extra bit of work and add the intensity. And we'll talk a lot about that through this plan. Is you're using your own body to create tension. Although my band is doing a pretty good job of it on this one. Squeeze those shoulder blades together so when we're coming back, we're going to hold, slowly bringing it back round. Keeping the arms at shoulder height. Ooh. One more. Got 2 more exercises to get through after this one. Hope you're quite enjoying this. I do really enjoy, like, don't get me wrong, I love a workout where I'm huffing and puffing, but I also, especially as I'm getting older, really enjoying having that more mindful connection, focusing on the connecting the mind to the muscles that are working, tuning in with the body, breathing through, and not always having to be like completely huffing and puffing and dying, but just knowing that the muscles have worked. Oh, the last one's feeling tough. How about you? Whoa. And relax. Okay, 3 done, well done. 2 exercises to go and they're 2 core exercises. So we're going to be doing a rotating plank for our next one. The arms are crossed. 2 levels, you've got knees or toes. Knees are here. We bring our body forward. Again, like we did on the push-up, the tailbone's tucked under, we brace the belly. We're going to rotate round, lifting the hip up, feel the obliques, come back down, rotate down. So we've got rectus abdominis, which is the muscles down the middle. I had to think then. Obliques that run down the side. You can shake it out. It's going to be quite tough to do a full 40 seconds of this one. So if you need to breathe it out, shake out those shoulders whenever you need to. Have just been working them quite hard on the previous exercise, but we want to have that focus of tailbone tucked under, bracing through the belly, and really feel your abdominals and your obliques working. Get ready then. Of course, you can also come up and now work towards that being your progression. Now I want you to do this really slowly and focus on form. So here, feel your rectus abdominis work in the center. As we breathe out and rotate, lift up and away, feel the obliques working. Take your time. Feel each phase and the different muscles, and try and keep that movement smooth as it is strong. Rest. 1 down, 2 to go. Whew. And I really enjoy having longer rests between exercises as well. Here we go, round 2. Now, having that straight line through the body. Also, to help with that tension in the body, always clench the knuckle, reach up, really lift, strong and solid. Get ready. Last one. Here we go. Tailbone under. Keep tension through your legs. Even remember here, your option as you come up, you can straighten out that leg. And you've got one on the floor. Lift the hips up. Final exercise. We're back on the back. Now, you can do this as a standard dead bug. So I'll show you the different options. The main thing with the dead bug is we want to keep the heels elevated, knees are over hips, pelvis is tilted so that the back is pushed down into the floor. Your level 1 is going to be with a bent leg. We breathe out, remain in contact. We don't want the ribs to flare out and we don't want this lifting under the back. We want to keep that down into the floor. Level 2 is taking it from being a bent leg to being a straight leg. You'll recognize this from Pilates if you've done Pilates before. And then level 3 is a tension dead bug. So what I'm doing is placing the hands on the knees and then I push the knees into the hands and then it's same arm as leg and it is so much harder. So just to recap, opposite arm to leg bent, opposite arm to leg straight, or tension, same arm as leg. Here we go. So it's that big breath out, push. And what they're doing, what they're pulling the knees forward and pressing the hands in is really creating a lot of tension here, but you have to keep that back in contact with the floor. And it's actually quite an advanced move, is the tension dead bug. So don't worry if you feel you're not there yet and you've got to work up to it. So I'll just recap. This is your beginner level. You could even, if you were really struggling, just do legs. If you find rest. If you find your back's pulling, it just means that the core and the abdominal muscles have got a little bit tired and they're not quite firing like they should be, so your back takes over. That's quite normal, but it just means that we've got a little bit of work to do, so just scale it back. You can have the hands under the butt and just do the legs. It's all about progression, and then that would be level 2 over time. This is you and your workout. You start where you're at without any judgment of, oh, I'm no good at this, or I can't do it. We've all got to start somewhere. You progress over time, and that's what feels satisfying when you're like, oh my gosh, look at where I've started. Look at what I can do now. Keep that back into the floor. Utilize the breathing, and of course remember it's okay to just tuck your knees in and be like, oh, I'm just going to rest now, and join back in on the last one. Rest. If you can't make it to the end of a round, that's actually quite a good sign, is that you're pushing yourself to a level that's challenging for you. Eventually, yes, we want to be able to make it to time, and then eventually we want to take it to the harder level. Get ready. But it all starts with this very first session. Keep that back down. Keep that core tight. You can hear we're like, there's a quiver in my breathing because these are incredibly hard but so good with developing those strong muscles and getting them fired up. You know, if you have had children over the years, our core muscles, they take a lot of stretching when those babies are being created. Rest, bring your knees into your chest. We're going to finish with a little stretch. Bring the knees in, gently rock from side to side. Good job, team. I hope you enjoyed that. Do let me know in the comments. Press the heel up towards the ceiling, just hold behind the back of the leg. So many people I know want to rush out and rush away from their workout, but just creating some length back into the muscles can not only feel really nice, bring the foot to the knee, also signals to your body to calm back down. It's just a really nice way to round off your movement session. Bring the knees together, bring the feet to the floor, roll the knees over to one side. Use the hand to down, turn the head in the opposite direction. Shoulders, arms, down onto the floor. Lift up. What you'll also notice is that really low impact. So hamstring stretch here. I don't know about you, I still feel like I worked out pretty hard. We only had our bodies and that one band. It's amazing what you can do when you are intentional about your movement. Reach through, stretch through to the glutes. You can still create tension in your body that's going to stimulate muscle growth. It's going to help you to create that tone and definition that we're all looking for. Bring the feet down to the floor, but also a reminder that any movement, any workout has to go hand in hand with eating patterns and behaviours and those lifestyle plans as well. So make sure that you are following the basics in the Better Body Blueprint also. All of the information for those is down in the description. Bring yourself over onto your side, push yourself up to seated position. We're just going to stretch out the shoulders and the chest. So we're going to take the hands behind, slight bend in the elbow, lift the chest. If you don't feel this too much into the shoulders and chest, you can just slide your butt slightly forwards. Of course, any questions, let me know. Get in touch. but I'd love to hear how you got on with that one. And I really look forward to seeing you in the next one, and I'm excited for you to take on this entire program and to see how it can transform your body and how you feel. So until next time, keep doing the work.